take to burn 500 calories playing a video game? Well, today we're here to continue my series of finding that out. Today we are playing popular VR boxing game punchfit. In the past, we've played both Just Dance VR and Beat Saber, and currently Just Dance VR is the reigning champion of biggest bang for your buck for video game workouts. Now, before we jump into the video game footage and my journey playing this game for 500 calories, let's set the ground rules. The number one rule is that we have to keep the same variables across the 3 games. We have to use the fitness boxing workout on my Apple Watch. We have to use my Apple Watch as the tracking mechanism because that will limit the errors that we get from using tools like fitness trackers to track calorie burn. Now, I must say, calorie burn is not the most important thing in the world, but this is just a fun, silly challenge. So, with that being said, let's hop into it and see how it was playing punchfit until I burned 500 calories. We're about to start a punchfit 500 calorie. This was my most watched review, and there was a lot of comments talking about how they've updated it since last time I played it. So into the 500 calorie zone we go. How long will it take us? Will it be longer than Beat Saber? Will it be shorter? Will it be longer than Just Dance VR, which is the current rating quickest fitness game to 500 calories? But I've only done 2 of these, so quickest doesn't really mean much when it's only Beat Saber and Just Dance. Let's see how long punchfit takes us. Hopping in, I was already a little nervous because I knew the last boxing workout I did made my upper back sore. I'm out of practice. I'm out of the boxing game as of late, and I am not ashamed to admit that. So I started with a 15-minute session that was mostly just getting back into the feel of punchfit because this little wire, it feels like wire when you're in the game. The cage that it puts you in to do all of the punches that allows you to have proper form is a little jarring at first, and remembering, the upper is with your right hand and not with your left hand, or vice versa. The bodies are with your left and right, and just getting into all the movements again took me a minute. So I did a shorter session, even knowing I was going to have to do an hour-long session here, just to get back in the groove and feel all the different types of movements and the dodges and the weavings and how to actually move through a dodge into a punch and all of the things that you kind of forget when you get out of practice with boxing. So I started with that, and I did notice one upgrade while I was doing this is while it did request me in my little 15-minute session to switch sides, I didn't stay on the other side for very long. It put me through one, that explosion session that I can't remember the name of right now, on the other side, and then swapped me back to my dominant side. So while, yes, they have updated it to switch sides, which was one of my biggest issues with this game when I reviewed it, it hasn't quite solved its balance issues. It's better, for sure. And during my 30-minute workout is when I really noticed it because I was dodging and weaving in the same direction a lot, and my core was getting really overworked just purely from the fact that I was doing the same movement repetitively over and over again in the same direction, and I was never really switching sides, which also comes into play with my legs as well. I definitely felt a little uneasy and a little unbalanced on the other side because so much of this workout was working one stance and not swapping. But after my 15-minute session, I went into a 30-minute session, and doing a 30-minute boxing session with basically no break at all, that was a lot of work. So we'll hop over to me after that 30 and 50-minute session before taking a small break before I hop back into the final push. Brief pause because, well, you can see my face, but also because my headset is super sweaty and I can't see shit. But I did a 30-minute set, and one of the sections in the middle of it was literally just tricking me into doing squats. I haven't done longer punch workouts on this because when I reviewed it I only did the shorter ones to get a feel for it, but the longer one I literally got tricked into doing squats. There's an entire section of just center dodges. But I have about 100 calories. I'm at 382 left, and I'm 55 minutes in. I'm gonna pause right now. This feels simultaneously easier and harder than the other 2. I don't know how to explain it, but I will explain it probably on the outro. With a small VR break complete and my lenses officially cleaned because they were foggy as hell, I wish MetaQuest would get better at fans and the lenses. Or maybe it's just the way I wear my headset. I don't know, but my lenses get real fucking foggy when I do this shit. So, you know what? It is what it is. I took a break, I paused the workout timer, and got right back into it. With only 100 calories left, though, I didn't have a ton to do, so I didn't want to do a whole 30-minute session and completely exhaust my body. I was already pretty tired by this point, so I was doing a lot of smaller sessions. I was trying to do sessions without the dodges because those were what was killing me the most throughout this entire session for whatever reason. So I was doing, 3-minute, 8-minute, smaller sessions in order to complete the final 100 calories I needed. And so I did. A mere 20 minutes later and a lot of punching later, I completed my challenge.
And there you have it, an hour 16, which I think is our shortest, but I'm gonna have to double check with the Just Dance video and see. But that is how long it takes to burn 500 calories, a little over, playing VR punchfit.
I don't normally do a follow-up to my 500 calorie videos like the day after, but holy fuck. I have never been sore after doing one of these videos. But doing 500 calories on punchfit, I am sore as fuck. Even doing the right things, I was hydrated, I ate my protein, I had creatine after. I got a good sleep. I did the sauna. I'm still sore as fuck. So, even if it did end up taking longer, which I still have to go check in like the current day in the process of the video, you probably already have seen this. But even if it did take longer than Just Dance, this is the superior 500 calorie video.
And there you have it. punchfit was significantly more of a workout than the previous two games. While Just Dance VR and punchfit had similar timelines within a minute of each other when it comes to how long it took to burn 500 calories, punchfit is a much stronger, well-rounded workout. When I say I was sore the next day, I mean I was sore everywhere but my legs, really, the next day. My upper back, my core from all the dodging and weaving, and really the only place that wasn't was my legs, and that's because all I really did was like 10 squats. There was no real workout for your legs, but for a boxing workout, that's not unheard of. This game also has the superiority on the space. You can get a really good workout with a lot of limited space. So while timing-wise, Just Dance in VR and punchfit are on the about same level, currently our reigning king is in fact punchfit VR. But all we've really tested is true Exergames at this point. What happens when we add games like Marvel Rivals with a fitness challenge associated with it into the mix? Well, in order to find that out, you're going to have to hit the subscribe button because the next installation in this series is going to be, can I burn 500 calories playing Marvel Rivals? And I also suck at Marvel Rivals, so that's just going to be a rage quit haven in all of its forms. But if you enjoy that content and are looking for that possibility, hit that subscribe button and join me next week as I journey on an adventure of yet another gaming fitness challenge.